Hey, what's going on, everyone? Kurtzing here with Open Great League battle video. I've got Azumaril, Nidoqueen, and Sandslash. They are all just regular, no shadows. I know the shadow Sandslash is very common, but as you can see there, I feel like the regular one is a little bit tankier, and that can help you in a couple situations where you might have to take a Shadow Ball. So first off, I'd like to apologize for not getting out the Master League videos that I was going to do. I ended up getting sick, and I've been having a hard time not coughing when I have to try to talk, which makes it very hard to film a video. So I will still try to get those out. I've got two ready that I want to do. But now that we're into a different meta, I figured I'd get this one done first. So here, I've been playing this team since Great League came back, and I've changed up my leads. I started with this one, which is Azumaril. I've switched to Sandslash in the lead, and currently I'm playing it with Nidoqueen in the lead. It all kind of depends what you end up seeing and what like the first Pokemon is, because then whether you're forced or not forced to switch out. And I think the hardest thing that I've come against that can consistently kind of cause me a lot of trouble is Medicham, because it can do super effective against the Sandslash with the counters, and super effective against Nidoqueen with either Ice Punch or Psychic. And then Azumaril, it can, depending on shields, it can outpace with Psychics and take out the Azumaril. So that's been the hardest thing. Other than that, most things that are fairly common, you can kind of play around. So this set that I did here, I did go 5-0. I think it was the fourth battle. I had no right to win, and I think that the opponent, I've never seen it happen. They just disappeared. They didn't quit. I've seen it happen before, but then the game kind of lags them out, and it ends up you win. So I'm not really sure what happened. I will take the win, but you don't like to see that when somebody has an internet or a server issue. So anyways, it's enough of me rambling on. Let's get into some battles here. You got Abomasnow into the Sandslash, and they threw, and they're like, yeah, okay, I'm done. So good game to my opponent. Into the next match here. Defense Deoxys into Azumaril. Fairly positive lead for me. It is quite rare that Deoxys is running the Thunderbolt, so I do take the chance. I don't shield. They just Psycho Boost. They bring in a Milk Tank. I'm going to go for the Play Rough here. Does a decent chunk of damage. Now Milk Tank can have Thunderbolt, but I decided to let it go again. Get to another Play Rough, then I do switch into my Sandslash. And I'm going to let this move go through. It is just another Body Slam. We're going to get to another move here. I feel like, yeah, I ended up throwing. I wanted to farm down, but the Ghost move is doing nothing to a normal type, obviously. So then Defense Deoxys comes back in. I'm going to go for Ice Punch. I do get a shield, so I'm going to go for another Ice Punch. Hopefully get the next shield, which I was surprised that they shielded, but I was okay with that. So then I bring Azumaril back in. I do shield up the Psycho Boost, and they've got a Lantern in the back, so that's going to be tricky for me with only one shield. Nidoqueen can live one surf, so you kind of they have to get to 3 surfs to be able to beat me, and they have used both their shields. So this Earth Power isn't quite going to take them out, but almost. And then I am able to Poison Jab down. The Deoxys comes back in. I'm going to throw a Poison Fang. That gets them pretty low. Now I think I got an Ice Beam ready on my Azumaril. I should have just thrown an Ice Beam, that would have taken care of it. But I did go for the Play Rough. So that takes out the Deoxys. Good game to my opponent there. Azumaril into Jellicent. And as you can see going through this video, it depends on what your first Pokemon is, right? Like, Sandslash would be really good against this one as a lead, but in the previous one, if I had Sandslash on lead and it was Deoxys, even though the Shadow Claws are doing good damage, I'm forced to switch out because I'm going to be taking super effective damage from the counters. I'm not forced to switch out, but it makes it a lot trickier. This Drill Run gets blocked by the Excadrill. I believe this should be a Drill Run. I decided to let it go. I've got a couple answers in the back for the Excadrill. Now they are going to do super effective with the Drill Runs and stuff like that, but I wanted to save the shield on the Nidoqueen. It has more health. I can go for a Earth Power now. Gets their last shield, and then I switch out because I didn't want to get taken out with the next Drill Run. They come back in. I tapped the player off. I don't know how many times lately. Today alone, I've been doing this, and it's like I have the move, I tap again, like on the move, and I tap again on the move, and I don't get it, and then they get the move. So I don't know if I'm I'm missing something or something. This is the one that they just disappeared. I had no right, like they had me beat. So I don't know if maybe they rage quit there because they thought that I had won or something, but they have a full health. Yeah, so they wouldn't have thought that I won. So I played that one poorly. They disappeared apparently, and I managed to win, so like I say, I'll take the win. Good game to my opponent. They deserved that win. I suppose I could surrender at that point. I don't know if I think that would probably give them the win. I'm not sure if it would work if they've lost service. I don't know how that would work. I hadn't thought of that at the time. Happens very rarely. That sort of thing, right? You get people that rage quit or close the game or whatever, but whatever happened there. Go for an Ice Beam here against Altaria. So I've already got both their shield. I'm comfortable in this matchup now because I can go for I can let this Sky attack go, and then I can go for an Ice Beam. Did another bubble just to see if they wanted to switch out there. Didn't want to get caught throwing an Ice Beam into a Skuntank or not, what is it? The Stunfisk. So Skarmory is a little bit tricky too because it's the ground moves don't do a ton towards it. The ice moves don't do a ton, and poison obviously doesn't do anything. So, but with a joint effort from the team, you can get it done. So here they've got a Hitmonchan, and you can see that the Nidoqueen handled that quite well. Nidoqueen is a funny one. You have to, there was a couple times that I got hit with like an Ice Punch or something that I wasn't expecting. So there, the Weather Ball, or the Ice Punch, takes out Skarmory, and as you can see, that was a 5-0 set. Yeah, so it's a fun team. It's a good team. It's been solid. I have been climbing. I'm up over 2,200, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in another one.